Okay, that's going to bring me to the last part here for you guys so that you guys can do your post test. Okay, Yurko wants to buy a PS4 for $290. He currently has saved up $150. Yurko works at Venture and makes $8 an hour. How many hours will he have to work in order to have enough to buy his PS4? Okay, so he wants to buy this PS4 for $290. We need to go ahead and write an equation so that we can solve to figure out how many hours he will have to work. Okay, so first we need to define a variable. Okay, and usually the variable is what you're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out hours. So let's go ahead and say that we're going to use H in our equation to represent hours. Hours there. Okay. We also know that he wants to get to $290. Okay. So if that's what he wants to get to, we're going to make sure that whatever we put together for our expression equals 290. Now, what do we know? We know he already has 150 that he's going to use towards it. Okay? Right? So he has 150. With that, he's going to add the amount of money that he makes working at Venture. Well, now, how do we know how much money he makes at Venture? Well, we do know. We know that he makes $8 an hour. So the amount of money he makes is going to be 8 times the number of hours. And the number of hours is what we're going to be trying to figure out. Okay? All right, I'm going to give you a chance to go ahead and solve this on your own. That should be about 2 minutes. You guys should be able to do that in about 2 minutes. All right, now we're going to go ahead and solve for H here. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to subtract 150. From both sides. When I go ahead and do that, what ends up happening is I get 140 equals 8H. And to finish that off, we're going to divide both sides by 8. Divide by 8. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do my long division out over here. Okay, I know this is kind of far away, but it's scratch work. 140 divided by 8. All right. So 8 goes into 14 one time. 1 times 8 is 8. 14 minus 8 is 6. Bring down my 0. 8 goes into 60 7 times. 56. The remainder of 4. So that ends up being 17 and 4/8. Okay, because if I'm making a fraction, I'm going to go ahead and take my remainder and put it over my dividend. Okay, and I can simplify 4/8 into 1/2. So the answer ends up being that it would take him 17 1/2 hours. Okay. All right. I hope that makes sense. Okay. I think this problem's pretty straightforward, and it's pretty easy to organize out into an equation and then solve it. So there you go.